If you love motorcycle adventures, then ARiemann1 might be one of your favorite YouTube channels. Adam Riemann is the man behind this popular channel with more than 800,000 subscribers. He is also the director of Motology films and an author. Adam's story is quite enthralling. In this video, I'll share with you how his love for motorcycles started, how he won numerous races, how he, despite getting rejected by bike magazines, went on to become a successful YouTuber, and how a dirt bike movie in the Himalayas kickstarted his YouTube career. So, now let's start from the beginning. Adam Riemann was born in 1975 in Australia, where he grew up in dirt, close to nature. His father, Bernie Riemann, was a builder. Adam has an older brother who was into BMX. At a young age, Adam was good at art and was into drawing and painting. He wanted to grow up to become an artist. He wanted to get into graphic designing straight out of high school. He joined technical and further education, aka TAFE, to study graphic design. But he dropped out just after 6 months as he had stage fright to present a speech in front of his class. At the time, Adam wouldn't have believed if someone would have told him that he would later become a YouTuber and present to millions of audience. After his parents broke up, he and his brother found respite in motorcycles. Within a couple of weeks of dropping out from TAFE, Adam started working as a waste collector in a garbage truck. Thanks to this well-paying job, he was able to buy a dirt bike at 15. At the time, he left home and started living with his friends. He prioritized bikes and associated them with independence. Adam was a qualified heavy-duty diesel fitter, and in 1996, he became a mechanic. His job involved working underneath hot, oily trucks out of a mine. He disliked this job. In the same year, he also became a dirt bike racer and got into a relationship. A year later, Adam developed an itch to travel and ride around Australia and also write freelance stories for bike magazines. Unfortunately, the magazines turned him down. In 1998, he started his motorcycle trip and rode to eastern states of Australia and later rode up to New South Wales, where he raced an Australian 4-day enduro and met Jeff Ballard and started working for him. Jeff became his mentor and not only taught him to ride faster, but also taught him about life. Later, Adam bought a van and headed north and started living in the van along with his girlfriend. They rode to the northern tip of Australia and in the way, rescued an orphaned wallaby and named it as Rocky. Later, he published a book on it titled A Wallaby's Tale. You can buy this ebook on his Payhip. After the trip, they returned to Western Australia. In 1999, Adam bought another bike and continued racing. At the time, Scott Staines published articles about Adam riding around Australia and racing on the same bike. Scott was the contributor to The Way Out West, a monthly column in Australasian dirt bike magazine, aka ADB magazine, which is Australia's biggest dirt bike magazine. Scott suggested to the magazine that Adam is the right person to take over his column. And thanks to this, his motorcycle media journey got kickstarted. He upped his motorcycle riding and racing, and in 2001, he cracked the top 5 in his state enduro. A year later, he broke up with his girlfriend and started completely focusing on racing. In 2004, Adam won his first outright state championship and backed up his second state championship. Later, he moved to Sydney and in 2005, started racing the Nationals and started contributing to ADB magazine full-time. He consecutively appeared on its covers. Adam also started desert racing and won a Finca Award. In 2007, he finished 31st outright in Erzberg Rodeo in Austria and was the only Australian to compete. Then, he gained a guest ride on the KTM team for Australasian Safari, aka Dakar Down Under, and won the 450 production class and finished 4th outright. In 2008, Adam made it onto a factory team, and from here, he started getting paid to race. He is a 2-time West Australian enduro champion. Even after working for ADB magazine and racing for many years, Adam wasn't able to earn a decent income. In 2009, the magazine made him redundant, which forced him to survive on freelance gigs. As Adam knew that he had avid readers for his magazine articles, he decided to start his own brand to attract his readers. In January 2009, he started the Motology website, where he started sharing his racing experiences through blog posts. Motology was later renamed to Motology Films. Unfortunately, Adam's website faced stiff competition from established websites and wasn't able to attract a huge audience and was growing at a snail's pace. So, he decided to publish bike and gear reviews and also produce related videos. And for hosting the videos, Adam started his YouTube channel by the name ARiemann1 on June 17, 2009. At the time, he had no intention of becoming a YouTuber. He just wanted to use YouTube to host his videos so that he could embed them in his website. For many years, he didn't earn through his YouTube channel, but he persisted, and luckily, manufacturers kept giving him bikes. In 2012, he and his father rode to the Himalayas and made a dirt bike movie which became viral and made him a successful YouTuber. This Himalayan trip also inspired Adam into doing several adventure trips. In 2013, he, along with Mark Portberry, rode 7,000 kilometers from Austria to Egypt, traversing 7 countries on their KTM 500 EXCs. Adam compiled these videos into a film titled Mode Nomad. He showcased this film at the Orpheum Cinema Theater. Later, he produced Mode Nomad 2, where he, along with a couple of riders, ventured into Siberia's Altai mountain range and attempted to cross the steppes of Mongolia. This film was screened at a cinema theater and made the final selection for the Motorcycle Film Festival in New York. For Mode Nomad 3, Adam, along with a couple of riders, rode through Chile's Atacama Desert to La Paz, the world's highest national capital. He sells all these Mode Nomad films on his Gumroad. Adam earns from a variety of sources like ads and membership on his YouTube channel and from merchandise and feature films. He films his videos with a DSLR and a GoPro. Now, coming to his personal life. Adam is married to Amina Baghdadi, and this couple has 2 daughters, Isla and Ruby. In 2015, they returned to Sydney and later moved down south, where he raised a bank loan and bought a 160 acres property in a rural bush landscape and built his house. And this concludes his story. So, how are you inspired by the success story of Adam Riemann? Please comment below. I also wrote his biography on my website, which I'm linking in the description below. If you love these kinds of videos, please subscribe to my channel, as my channel is all about the success stories of your favorite YouTubers.